please. Kirsten, it looks like you're drinking already. What are you drinking? Hey, Brandon.
What are you drinking?
Hey.
Hi.
Mine's a spritzer.
She's drinking that.
There you go.
I have a local beer.
Oh, nice.
Good for you.
Killed
Very
drink this,
good.
so I gotta go get some ingredients.
Very cool.
Cool.
All right, Taiwan's in the house. Lim just came on. That's awesome. Welcome, Lim. And I'm going to go live on Instagram in 1 second. You could stare at Tucker for a minute here as he drinks a White Claw out of a cup. So hold on. I'm going live on Facebook right now.
Oh, you're grabbing gin?
Yeah.
Here we go. Yay! Live on Facebook.
What's up?
Hey, hey. Our bartender is here. Tucker is
Serving it up.
serving it up.
Serving it up.
Serving it up.
So wait until 5:30, I think, right? This carpet's gonna kill me. I'm moving this carpet.
It's for sound.
Kirsten, you know we have a mixer, right? Like,
What? How's everyone doing? All right.
Has anybody else felt like things are getting crazier and crazier? We're live on Instagram now too. I'm wearing sweatpants because that's just how I'm doing it. I feel like this week has been really telling too. Everything's been getting crazier and crazier. You okay?
Yeah, I was just looking.
You staring?
Yeah, just staring.
Staring? Okay, so it is 5:30 on the dot right now, so I guess we can start.
We'll give it one more minute.
One more minute for everybody to join. We're recording this on
We have
Zoom.
some stragglers.
If you want to participate, you can unmute yourself on Zoom and ask us whatever questions that you want, whether it's regarding a drink we're making or if it's regarding a liquor that you want to make a drink out of, or I don't know. What else?
Any other life questions you have too, of course.
Yeah, this is a therapy session as well.
We do it all. We do it all.
Yeah. So, okay. Good. We have a good audience.
Hi, my name is Z, and I'm friends of Nanette.
Hi, Z.
Oh, hey.
Pleasure to meet
What's
you.
up?
Thanks for tuning in to our show.
Yeah, my spouse will be bringing our stuff.
Oh,
Okay, good.
perfect.
Love it.
Yeah, we
Sounds
have a
fun.
really good lineup today. We are making 5 drinks.
5 different drinks, all different spirits for the most part. So
Yeah.
it'll be fun. It'll be a fun 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Or so.
We're starting off with a Mojito. Then we're going straight into a Manhattan. And then we're going to a Vodka Gimlet. Then we're going to a Cranberry Vodka, which are pretty easy drinks. But then we're ending it with a French 75, which is a drink I wasn't aware of. But Tucker told me is a really good classic, really booze-forward drink.
Very
right?
boost forward, but it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, you can dive in, I guess.
Yeah, we can really, hold on. There's a piece of paper I want to pick up because it has some history on the drinks.
The cat wants to talk about the very, very, very long history of the Mojito.
No. No, but I thought this would be interesting for this other episode, kind of a little bit of the backstory. And this is, of course, is according to Google. So I'm not sure how legitimate it is.
No idea.
But the first drink that we are making is a Mojito. And this is obviously a really good, refreshing drink. And it kind of reminds me of vacationing in Mexico, something like that. And so according to Google, this is what they say. A moonshine rum type alcohol, this is the history of it, was mixed with mint, lime, and sugarcane syrup to ward off illness, which is applicable
Very
to
applicable.
nowadays, wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
Just a little bit, yeah. When pirates invaded Cuba, the drink was introduced to Pirate Drake, where he promptly used rum in place of the Cuban moonshine. So that is how the Mojito came to be.
And then here we are now in 2020.
Yeah, and I do have to say mojitos are delicious. So let's get started and make a mojito. So if you have the ingredients, let's get going.
So what you need is lime juice for one. You need your rum. White rum we said, but you can use dark rum. We have dark rum, so we're going with dark rum. And then you're going to use some agave too. And not to forget, we have our mint, as you can see. So first things first, you're going to take a sprig of mint. So about a handful here. Fingerful.
Yeah.
There's Allison.
Oh, good. Allison's
And you're
on.
gonna put that in your shaker. So you can shake it, like we said last week, you can shake in whatever you have available, Tupperware. What else?
Oh, yes. I actually brought the props from last week as well. We have the Tupperware again, in case you don't have.
So you see
a water
something
bottle.
that seals, very airtight, and you can just shake the shit out of it, basically.
Shake the shit out
Shake
of
the
it.
shit out of it. Sorry, guys. This is R-rated.
This is not a PG
No,
show.
I've been in
okay?
quarantine way too long. So you put the mint into the shaker first. You're gonna take your lime juice, and if you have like a standard shot glass like this, you're gonna put 3/4 of an ounce in, which is basically about halfway up.
Okay, so as we remember from the last episode, the standard shot glass is about 2 ounces, and it can be used as the perfect measuring tool for any cocktail that you're making at home.
You can show how
Okay,
where to fill it up to.
so this is just a random shot glass that we had at home. This is 3/4.
3/4.
I
Yeah.
mean, it
a
looks,
little over, but
really, it looks halfway to me.
it gets bigger at the top. So
Oh, anyway, so it gets bigger at the top. So this is about the amount of lime juice that you need. Nothing too overwhelming, but of course, a lot of drinks that you make are incorporated with lime. So, and lime, and these are the ones also. I just want to point out, you obviously get these at the grocery store, and they're really cheap.
they're
right?
amazing. It's just fresh squeezed lime juice in these little conveniently looking lime things.
Yeah, you know exactly what it is.
So lime goes in to the shaker. And then next, you're going to add 3/4 of any sort of sweetener. So you can do a pack of sugar. You can do agave, we said. You can do honey. You can do, I wouldn't say maple syrup for a mojito, but you could do maple syrup. But this time we're using agave, like I said. So we're doing 3/4 agave.
Tucker loves to make
I love
drinks
agave.
with agave. I think it's a California thing. I'm not sure if a lot of people in Connecticut
That goes in the
do
mixing glass.
use agave. but-
Then you're going to do 2 ounces of rum.
So that's a dark rum,
Yeah, you generally want to use a white rum for this stuff,
right?
for a mojito, but dark rum will do because it's still rum.
It's still rum.
It's still rum.
Pirate Drake would say it's still okay.
Yeah.
This is the history lesson of these drinks as well. I think it's very interesting.
So once that's in, you're going to add a little ice. Pop the top on or whatever you're shaking with. You're going to shake it.
Get your Tupperware out.
Get your Tupperware out.
Yeah.
Once that's nice and shaken up, you're going to pop this off and then find any sort of strainer you have to strain this out appropriately. You can use cheesecloth, maybe even a paper towel. I don't know. Whatever you have at home.
That's kind of nasty.
Kinda
but
nasty,
A
but-
colander. I think a lot of people have a strainer if
colander
you
would
make
work.
pasta or something like that.
Because you don't want the mint to get into the drink and you don't want the ice to get into the drink. You want fresh drink, like I put in here. So the drink goes in, even a nice mojito. And you obviously fill it up with a lot more ice than this.
A lot of the drinks at the bar are actually about that amount, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, so it looks like it's an under pour, right? But usually you're getting about that much in a drink, and then ice, and then spritzer and stuff like that goes into soda water, stuff like that.
Right.
So this is a mojito. I'd fill it with more ice, but we're short on ice today. So I'll fill it up with soda water to top it off.
And it looks dark because we're using dark rum. Again, this is all about what you have at home opposed to going to the grocery store. I'm trying to avoid the grocery store as much as possible. I think a lot of people are as well. It's scary times right now, and it's getting worse. I honestly think day by day, like what has happened in the past week is just completely changed from the week before. So
there's your mojito.
So this is a dark rum mojito. I'm going to bring it up to the screen. I think everybody was very happy I did that
Can't
last
forget this,
time.
of course.
Oh, and hold on. He's got to garnish it
And you
with
want to
some
garnish
mint.
with a sprig of mint. My favorite.
So nice and light here. Pretty simple. We can post the ingredients again on Instagram or Facebook, whatever you prefer. And you can really get a good look as to what the drink looks like. And let's see if it's delicious.
I hope so. It tastes good to me.
We're not sharing a glass, even though we've been in the same
We've been
vicinity.
quarantined basically together for 3 weeks. So.
Yeah, but we don't want to do that.
What do you think?
It's delicious.
It's good.
Absolutely delicious. We'll put this first one here on display. Actually, we'll move it a little bit over just in case you can see what he's chopping up. And so that is a mojito. Very good.
So a little less refreshing and more booze forward. We'll move towards like a whiskey drink. that you've probably heard the name of, which is a Manhattan.
Yes. Okay.
And
So-
a Manhattan is basically 2 ounces of rye whiskey, which I have right here.
Right. So wait, so you're not using a Scotch again. You're
You
using
don't use
rye.
a Scotch. You can use a bourbon. But if you have rye whiskey, that's going to do best here. But any sort of whiskey will work, besides a Scotch, that is.
Right.
So you have your 2 ounces of whiskey.
And 2 ounces again is about a shot glass
Yeah. So
worth of alcohol.
pull this up to the top.
Right.
You have an ounce of sweet vermouth. And then you have 2 dashes of what's called, as Kat affectionately calls, Angostura bitters.
So I'd love to, yeah, I know. I said that super wrong in the ingredient list, but I don't care. Anyway, so, okay. I want to talk to you about a little bit of history on the Manhattan. According to Google, it says, by one account, it was invented in the 1860s by a bartender named Black at a bar on Broadway near Houston Street. The original Manhattan cocktail was a mix of American whiskey, Italian vermouth, and Angostura. Angostura bitters. Oh man. During Prohibition, which was from 1920 to 1933, Canadian whiskey was primarily used because it was available. So this was a very popular cocktail.
It's
This
very
is
popular.
very old school.
It's an old school cocktail.
Yeah.
It's a tried and true.
Thank you,
We
Brian.
still see it ordered a lot.
Oh, I see.
So we'll start with the bitters. If you don't have bitters, it's going to be all right. Just, you don't need bitters. You do need bitters, but you don't. You know what I mean? So
I guess you can have it without the bitters.
you do 2 dashes, which is basically 1, 2. You just want it to get in there, the bitters.
Strong.
Just a strong sort of like forearm motion down.
Okay.
Then you're going to do 1 ounce of the sweet vermouth.
I don't know if a lot of people have sweet vermouth at home. I know that's obviously not a common thing to have. So if you don't, okay, but this is how you make the
You
Manhattan.
have a semi-sweet vermouth. I wouldn't go sweet.
2 ounces of the rye whiskey or just whiskey, and that goes into your mixer, whatever you want to call it. And then the ice goes in now. And then this is not a shaken cocktail, it's a stirred cocktail.
But it's a
Stirred, I should have used
smaller amount of the vermouth, right?
Yeah, one of those.
But you want to stir it about 20 times clockwise and then 20 times counterclockwise.
So why are these arbitrary numbers? Like, do they?
Arbitrary numbers, you can really stir it as much as you want. You really want the ice to dilute the solution though. The whiskey sort of.
So again, going back to last episode, so this is another stirred cocktail, and last episode that we did, the other stirred cocktail was the
old fashioned.
old fashioned.
So a lot of whiskey
right.
drinks, especially when you're not mixing with citrus, you are stirring them.
Is there a reason for that?
Oh, that's
That's
interesting.
how
This is how it's taught.
Got it. So this is a
So once
stirred
that's nice and
cocktail.
stirred up, you're going to take a martini glass, and you're going to strain that out. And it should be a nice, like dark, almost crimson brown from the bitters. And then we don't have any cherries tonight, but you garnished with a maraschino cherry. So it's going to look something like this.
Yeah. So Tucker, how often when you were bartending did people order a Manhattan?
I'd see about 10 Manhattans a night. So basically 50 a week. So I mean, it was somewhat infrequent, but you know, the older people really enjoy Manhattans because they were very popular back in the 70s and 80s.
So, I mean, so this wasn't, so would you see it during happy hour and less as the night progressed?
You see it more during happy hour in the earlier hours.
Isn't this supposed to have
it's a nice post-work
cherry?
drink.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come up and show you all. It's a post-work drink. It's kind of a classic cocktail. It's very booze forward. If you
Is this
smell
supposed to
it,
get strained?
I'm really
Yeah. They will do that.
strong,
No.
strong
That's
drink.
right.
Let me come up to Facebook right here.
You need some of the bitters?
I already did.
Oh, okay.
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Hey, it's Z.
What about Luxardo cherries?
What was that?
Yeah,
What kind of cherries?
Luxardo cherries.
Yeah, that works perfectly too. Even better, actually.
Those are the best.
Great question. You guys know better than I do at this point, honestly.
Wow, this is very booze forward. Dare I say this might be my first Manhattan?
Let's see.
Don't drink out of the same glass, Tucker.
You were saying.
No, not
I know
now.
we joke about it, but honestly, right now we are in a really scary time. And I was talking to a good friend of mine who is a doctor. Actually, he's a surgeon in northern New Jersey today, and he is now been pulled out of surgery and is on the front line at the ER as a doctor. I can't believe what's going on. And so I hope this little cocktail session brings some light to your day.
I hope so too.
Okay, anyway, so we're moving on. So let's make
Moving
some
on.
easier drinks, some standard drinks.
We could strain these. I have proper glasses.
Vodka Gimlet. So vodka gimlets, lime juice, agave, and you guessed it, vodka.
I was like, why is he
I
looking at
cued you
me?
perfectly for that shit.
I'm like,
I'm so sorry.
Did you forget?
Anyways,
There's
We have-
Leslie's on with us.
Yeah, like
absolute. We have our lime juice.
This needs to be
And we
over
have
here to see us.
our agave.
So I just want to also say that we are using some low-grade alcohol liquors
Yes, we're not using
brands.
We're not using top tier stuff. So
No, we're definitely not using top tier
Just-
stuff
just-
because we don't have
just
it.
deal with it.
Yes, and every time I go to the grocery store, I want to run out as fast as possible.
So you do 3/4 lime juice. So as we know, we're mixing in our, shot glass.
So take your shot glass, 3/4
Here,
lime.
you-
3/4 lime juice.
And again, you can use a water bottle. You can use anything that seals for
3/4
this.
agave. I like agave. You can use simple syrup or sugar or honey or whatever you prefer, honestly.
Whatever sweetener you like.
Whatever sweetener you like.
We're making a vodka gimlet again.
And then you're going to do 2 ounces of vodka. Absolute vodka for us.
Standard shot.
He says I need to do something.
Absolute vodka.
Absolute vodka.
Ugh.
Just the best.
Ugh.
he needs to do something.
I need to do something.
Add your ice into your shaker. I have a convenient little spoon here.
And Tucker, would it be okay to serve it in a lowball glass?
You can serve it in a lowball glass. Traditionally, you serve it in a highball glass. Not a highball, the martini glass. You can fill it up with ice.
Okay.
So shake that up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's a mute.
And I would tell you the history on a vodka gimlet, but there is none.
I invented it.
Yeah.
It was me.
I looked it up. There's nothing.
It was all me.
So, what are you gonna do?
What are you going to do?
I do have stuff for later on, though. I do.
So you pop the strainer on, and then you strain into a nice fresh glass of ice. And then you want
Let's
to,
strain the next one in front of the camera.
let's do it.
What do you think?
And you want to throw a lime on that.
Oh, okay. So this is a vodka gimlet. Can you repeat one more time the ingredients? I'm sorry, you were
So
just
lime juice, agave,
not to
and
interrupt
vodka.
you. Okay, so this looks really tasty actually, and it looks like it's kind of like got some type of bubbly on top or something.
Just because I shook it.
It's just
When
he
you-
just
when you
shook
shake
it
it, you get
really
nice foam on top, yeah.
strongly, you know?
Yeah.
Yum.
Very exciting times.
Yes. Okay, let me try. I really do like this drink. I have to say, it's very light, very refreshing. It doesn't make me feel, I don't know, like
Sick?
I just drank an entire glass of booze.
I can't
No, you
taste
can't-
it.
you don't taste
We're going to be safe here.
Never
So
mind.
it looks
Okay.
good to me. It looks good to me.
Okay, next. Okay, so since we're on this vodka path, let's do the very basic cranberry vodka and how
Very
you would
basic.
make it. And is there anything special about how you make it?
Do that when you see.
Basically, cranberry vodka is just cranberry and vodka. I know it's very difficult to fathom that, but basically you would build it in a glass like this, like a tall glass. It really doesn't matter. You could use a wine glass, you could use a lowball glass, but you start
At the
with,
bar, though, what do you serve it in?
you serve it in a Collins glass or a
Mojito for us.
I don't know what the actual name for these glasses are. I call them Collins glasses. So here we are.
Here we are.
Here
We're
we are.
making do with what we have.
Making do with
What are we going to say?
What are you gonna do? So basically, it's just 2 ounces, which is a standard drink. So 2 ounces of vodka, and then fill the rest up with cranberry juice, and then you can add sort of a garnish of choice. But I use a lime zest and slice.
And that's when you were working at Blind Barber in Culver City. That's how you would prepare it.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. Okay, so there's your vodka.
There's your vodka, and then we have our cran juice. Very exciting, I know.
This is Bristol Farms' finest cranberry juice.
This cost me $400 at Bristol Farms.
Honestly, we've been going to Bristol Farms so much only because there's no line.
So that's your cranberry vodka.
Oh, wow. That was very quick.
Very quick.
Okay, so one more time, the ingredients, if you don't mind me.
You do about 8 ounces of cranberry and then 2 ounces of vodka. And then you can garnish with a lime.
Ooh, this looks really good, actually. Very refreshing.
It's very scientific.
We are coming into summer, which we'll probably all spend at home. Aren't you excited? Here we go. Cranberry vodka here, everybody. Cranberry vodka. Very nice. Really nice color, too. I'm just going to try them all. I'm sorry. Do you want to try? I mean, how should we do this?
I'm good.
Are you? Okay, good. There you go. I'll take a sip and then you take, yeah, there you go. All right, so he makes a good cocktail, I have to admit. Very easy.
Very good.
Okay.
Oh, it's a fireplace.
So our very exciting last drink, there is some history on this, is the French 75. I'm not sure if anybody is familiar with this. I'm sure there are some people. So a little bit of history here. According to Google, French 75, the drink dates to World War I, and an early form was created in 1915 at the New York Bar in Paris, later Harry's New York Bar.
Now you know.
I guess that's not really too interesting, but at least it's a very iconic older drink, and I think that, you know, a lot of these drinks that we're not familiar with are coming back, right?
I think so too. So basically a French 75 is gin, champagne, lemon juice, and I'm using agave, but like I said, you can use, I got 2 thumbs up. I don't know who that is, but love you, girl.
Yes. French 75.
Lemon juice, and I'm using agave, like I said. So we'll start, you know, this is a shooken cocktail. I don't know how to say that, but you shake it. You shake the cocktail.
You do.
Yeah. So
It's not a stirred cocktail. It's a shooken cocktail.
So you do a 3/4 lemon. This is coming out very slowly, so bear with me.
So can you substitute lemon for lime in this?
You really want to use lemon with this. It's meant to have lemon in it, but you can substitute another citrus like lime. More.
I'm finding, like you were saying earlier, that a lot of these citrus drinks are shaken.
Yeah, most of them are.
Got it.
Can't tell you why,
but it's just a fun fact.
But they are.
Yes.
So then the agave.
How much agave?
3/4. So it's 3/4 lemon, 3/4 agave, and then actually you're gonna do a little less gin than normal, so 1.5 ounces of gin because you're topping with champagne.
So a big thing that we talked about last episode too was that you want to have equal parts sweet and sour. So equal amounts, right?
Yeah.
So for
you want
instance,
a good like balance or ratio, whatever you want to call it.
Right. So your sweet here is the agave, your sour is
the lemon juice,
and they're the same amount. So they kind of cancel each other out in a way. They balance each other very well.
Exactly.
Got it.
So 1.5 ounces of gin of our amazing new Amsterdam gin.
Oh, it's terrible. If you're gonna buy gin, please don't buy this brand. I'm sorry if anybody
it's
likes
so
it.
bad.
It's so bad.
Ice goes in the shaker to be shooken.
But not the same ice that we're gonna put in the drink.
There's gonna be no ice in this drink.
Okay.
It's served like a martini.
Ah.
I know.
I'm so lucky. I get to enjoy these drinks and he makes them. And you should see after this live stream, I just like kick back and drink them all. I'm just kidding.
Not all of them.
That would be a very painful morning. I do not do that.
So then you're gonna strain this into your martini glass or up glass or wine glass, whatever you have at home. But
wait, hold on. Let's do this like right here. Come.
You do it.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Oh, he doesn't trust me.
I don't. I really don't.
Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. Your head's cut off for Facebook. Okay.
Hey, Facebook.
Okay, crouch down like this.
There you go, guys.
Wait a second. You didn't open the champagne.
It's the last thing you do.
Oh, I was going to call him out on that, you know?
And then once it's in the glass, you open the champagne.
So we're almost done. Woo!
It's in the,
oh, and it exploded.
oh boy.
I'm so excited to clean that up later.
That was user error. I'm sorry.
I don't know how to zoom in.
All right. You top with about 2 ounces of champagne.
You're just eyeballing it, though.
That was about 8.
You're totally just eyeballing that.
And then you zest.
So get your potato peeler, zest a lemon. Remember how to do this, right?
You zest that into there, and that's your French 75.
Oh, wow. This is fancy.
Very
fancy. This is really fancy. Look at that. And we'll post these ingredients. Doesn't that look delicious? I'm really excited to try it.
It's a staple. It's a great cocktail. It's light. It's refreshing.
Yes. French 75 right here. French 75. Okay, I'm going to try it.
And how is it?
It's delicious.
Great.
Is it not meant to be all mixed though? Because I felt like I just took a big sip of champagne.
If you mix with champagne, there's soda water. It's obviously carbonated, so it's just gonna explode everywhere when you shake it.
So it's the champagne just like something you put on top just for how you present it and you bring it to the table and then it kind of fizzles?
Exactly, yeah.
Got it. So this is really delicious. Okay, so we have going left to right, we have the Manhattan, Mojito, Vodka Gimlet, Cranberry Vodka, and the French 75. Does anybody have any questions about these drinks? Or did anybody make them at home? I would love to see your drink if you made it at home, if you're drinking one.
Mine's gone.
Jen, did you make a drink?
I did. I made the mojito, but it's gone already.
You drank the whole mojito, so your
Jen.
mojito's already
How
gone.
dare you?
It was delicious. There's the mint leaves.
Wow, amazing. Very good. Anybody else? Did anybody else make
Yeah, so whoops, there it is. We have unstrained Manhattans. Elliot's is gone, attesting to the
nice,
fact that I
very
made a good
nice.
Manhattan.
Oh,
And
good.
yes, there is a Luxardo cherry in the bottom, or two.
Nice.
Good for you.
And so, yeah, and so they're tasty and good. We just didn't have time to strain. And
Right.
besides, I couldn't find my shaker at the last minute. So here we are. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers to
you.
everyone.
Cheers.
Yeah, and I didn't have time to get to the French 75 because I'm still drinking this, unlike my lushy husband.
One
I
per
know.
show is fine. Don't worry.
I know we went through these really fast, but I think these are some really iconic drinks. Some easier than others. A French 75, I didn't really know what that was until now we're making it here. I would never know to order that on a menu. I would never know that. I just know very basic drinks. So this is really great. Manhattans are very booze forward. I feel like that's the drink that we made tonight where when you smell it, you know
You
it's
know.
very heavily alcohol, it's just strong.
Exactly.
So I think I could probably just drink one of those. And
One you're good for the night.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Or we're wishing you all well as always.
Yeah.
This is crazy times, but we're thinking about you guys and your families as always. And sending our love and prayers, of course.
The doctor that I spoke with today said to make sure you hydrate as much as you can. So I just wanted to relay that little tiny bit of tip I have for you.
As we're drinking alcohol.
As we're drinking alcohol too, which kills
Little ironic,
bacteria.
but-
And does it kill viruses?
I think so.
I hope so.
think
I
so.
mean, I'm not sure. Is anybody else enjoying a cocktail right now? In Taiwan, on the East Coast? Nobody else? Cheers. Cheers, Kirsten. Did you make anything?
Cheers, guys.
Or what are you drinking?
Yeah, we made two of them. So we made one at the Manhattan. Brandon finished it though.
Oh my gosh, how funny. Everybody drank it.
The vodka gimlet, but I made it with gin.
Very nice.
I like a gin gimlet too. Yeah,
Yeah, thanks guys.
Of course.
I prefer that
Fun.
too. And I'll post, I think I already posted the ingredients, but we can even go into a more in-depth,
Yeah.
how to make them specifically, or obviously Google has that too. But this is a really fun thing for us to do. We'll continue to drinking and
Keep in touch, guys. I hope everyone's well, like I said.
yeah. All right. So happy Friday. If you want to continue drinking, just FaceTime me. Okay.
Have a good night, everyone.
I'm stopping this
Thanks for
recording.
stopping in.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Have
You
a great
too,
weekend,
you too.
everybody. For
Like
sure.
it's different from weekdays.
I know. Actually, they're all blended together. Let's be real.